This is Jonathan Agar here for Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Joseph Parker here in London. Fury Whyte goes down April 23rd. Joe, how you been?
Been good, thank you.
Good. We've just had the press conference, obviously Fury on his own up there. What's your reaction to Dillian Whyte not turning up today?
Maybe he's trying to play mind games, maybe he's focused on his training and his camp. I'm not quite sure. But on the way here, Tyson said it doesn't really matter, it's his show. So he got up there and did his thing, and it's great to be here with the team to support him and support the press conference and support the event.
What do you make of this fight? You trained with Tyson, you fought Dillian Whyte. What's your thoughts on the fight itself?
I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's a fight that everyone should be excited for. I've had the opportunity to share the ring with Dillian, and he's a good fighter, very strong and very tough and very game. Got a good left hook on him, caught me a few times. But I think Tyson's going to be too much for him, and I think he'll get the stoppage before the sixth round.
Stylistically, where did it rank in terms of your toughest fights you've had?
Of course, he was one of the toughest fights that I had in my career, and a credit to him for winning that night.
And going back to yourself, December, big win over Derek Chisora, a lot of improvements. How impressed were you with your performance?
I was a lot happier with the performance and how I looked, and being more on the front foot, being more aggressive. And I think the more time I have with Andy, the better I'll get from that performance.
You were a lot more spiteful, and you told us in the build-up you were going to be. What do you put that down to? Is that the influence of Andy Lee on that camp?
Definitely. That's what we've been working on in the camp, being more spiteful with punches that I throw. And I think to finish it off would have been better to knock him out. But I guess it just shows there's a lot more to work on.
What was going through your mind when he was sort of on the ropes, waiting for you to come forward? Were you sort of in two minds whether to go for it? Because he could have landed whilst he was leaning back on the ropes.
When someone's on the ropes like that, and they're always dangerous. And I think there was a fight on the weekend that showed, what fight was that?
Jordan Gill.
Yeah, that if you get too confident, that you can get knocked out. So I was just being a bit more careful.
Spoke to Joe Joyce a few weeks ago. He wants to fight with you. Do you think that's going to happen?
I think it can happen if the deal is right. It has to make sense in all fronts, and it's a fight that I really want to make happen. He's number one in the WBO. I'm number 2 or 3. So I think if we can lock it in, it'll be a great fight.
Would it be sort of a bit strange fighting him? I know you go back a bit. I don't know if you sparred, but you were definitely in the gym together at one point.
We're in the gym together in Vegas once, but there's a lot of respect for him and what he's done in boxing. But I back myself.
And finally, unannounced yet, but Usyk Joshua 2. Any early thoughts on which way it would go?
I think it'll be a great fight. Joshua's changed a few things in his camp, and maybe he's going to give it a different approach. But I feel Usyk's going to win.
And any final message to all your UK fans tuning in?
It's great to be in the UK. It's great to be welcome. Thanks to everyone for the great support and the love. And I'm going to be here for a while.
Joe, thanks for talking to Pro Boxing Fans.